Okay, so welcome. I'm glad to see you this evening. My name is Theresa Tucker. I'm the owner of Tucker Top Notch Designs, which is where I normally will have my live video. And this evening I accidentally logged into my Facebook Live, my regular Facebook Live. So I'm just going to go ahead with this since there's not really time to move it over to Tucker Top Notch Design. So I apologize. Hopefully my friends can find me over here. I did leave a message on my Tucker Top Notch Designs Facebook business page. So hopefully they'll come over here or get a message where I'm at. So this is Mystery Monday. And so every Monday I provide a mystery card, and I start out with the clues that I usually post, or that I do post, on my business Facebook page, Tucker Top Notch Designs, and on my blog on Sundays. So anybody who wants to play along can get their items together and be ready to go when I go live. So I'm just going to wait for a little bit before I move on to clue 2. So Wednesday our furnace started acting funny, and we first noticed that the thermostat was blinking, and then it said trouble. So we called Hovland to come look at it, and they did. And then it was determined that because our geothermal is 21 years old and they usually last 15 to 20 years, we were told when we had it installed it would last 20 to 25 years. Well, it's lasted 21 years and it's not working anymore. So the owner came out on Thursday and we talked about whether or not we wanted to go ahead and replace it. And we hadn't really thought about that too much, so we waited. And then on Friday, when we got up, it was blinking again and clearly was not working. So we contacted, it was Saturday morning when we realized that it wasn't working. So I sent an email to Hovland and told them that we had accepted their proposal that they sent Friday and that we would go ahead and get the furnace. Well, then we didn't hear back from anybody on Saturday, and we didn't want to pay for an emergency call, so we didn't leave a message for that. But then on Sunday, it was like 55 degrees in the house. So we've got a fireplace, and right now we've got enough wood to keep us warm. But the bathrooms and the bedrooms are 55 degrees, and that's a little chilly. So I called them yesterday and I left a message on their phone and said, we're definitely going to go with the furnace. Right now we have no heat. We haven't had heat for 2 days now. And please, we need some heat. So today was day 3 without heat, but thank goodness we have the fireplace. So we've been keeping it roaring, and we turned on the whole house fan so that we could push the heat into the other rooms. It doesn't work nearly as well, but because our house is just big enough where it's hard to get the heat to the front of the house. So, okay. So if you're here and you've seen my clue 1 and you've gathered all of your materials, go ahead and we'll go ahead and go to clue 2. Now, if you haven't done a mystery card before, they're a lot of fun. And I'm going to post, this will be posted on my Facebook page. It'll be posted on my Tucker Top Notch Designs business page because that's where I'm supposed to be right now. And then I'll also upload it to YouTube. So if you can't play along right now, or if you catch me late, then you can look for me there, either one of those two places. So we're going to adhere the 4 7/8 inch by 3 5/8 inch coordinating designer series paper to the 5 by 3 3/4 inch coordinating cordstop using seal or liquid glue. And so I decided that I was going to make a second card. So I made my sample that I'll show you at the end. And then I made a second card, and it's different than what I had thought I was going to make because there's been a funeral and I needed a card, a sympathy card that I could send. So that'll be the second card that I show you. But due to a technique that I used on that card, I wanted to show it to you. So that's what my tip is. Okay, on to clue 3. Stamp the sentiment or image onto the 1.5 by 1.5 white or vanilla cardstock toward the top. Now, what I want to say right here is that if your sentiment is larger than that, like mine ended up being tonight, that's fine. Go ahead and stamp it on scrap cardstock, and then we're going to cut it out. And you can use a punch, or you can use a die, anything that you have, or you can even cut it out with scissors. Just go ahead and cut it out, but we kind of want that sentiment to be towards the top of that piece of cardstock. So I'll wait. So I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator off and on since 2006. I mostly created scrapbooks before then. And then I was a hobby demonstrator off and on. And then 2 years ago, I decided that I would run this as a business, which I started. And I've had a lot of fun. I wonder why I didn't do it before. But yeah, it's so fun. And what I like most about it, I think, is, I mean, there's a couple things. One are the relationships that I've developed, and two, an opportunity to show people how easy it is to stamp and create beautiful cards. Okay, so we'll go on to clue 4. So clue 4, using a punch or die, cut out the sentiment that you just stamped. The other thing that I really like about Stampin' Up!, besides the relationships that I developed, is the opportunity, like I said, to show people that they can make beautiful cards. And something about Stampin' Up!, I have to tell you, one of the things that impresses me so much is that here are the cards that we carry. And you can see all the different colors. So there's 50 regular colors, plus there are neutral, there's foils. Some of those, they come out with special foils for the holidays and so forth. So the nice thing about all of these is that so many of them coordinate together. We have designer series paper, we have, we've got lace paper, we've got all kinds of stuff. In fact, if you want a catalog, just send me a message. You can message me on Facebook, you can leave a message here in my comments, and I will send you a free catalog. If you don't have one, I'd be happy to do that for you. Okay, let's go on to clue 5. Clue 5, punch or cut. Now this is where this dimension might be different. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 cardstock to be slightly larger than the piece you just stamped, so that you can make a border around it. So you just want it a little bit bigger than what you've already stamped. So the other thing that I really like about their cardstock is, and I'm going to get just a sample here because I don't want to tear that, but as an example, So most of your cardstocks that you're going to get at regular box stores, they're not going to be this quality. This is heavy cardstock, and what's different about this than with other card companies is that it's colored all the way through. The ink goes all the way through the paper. It's not white in the middle like so many other cardstocks are. So if you want to do the tear technique, it's easy to do that. So you can easily tear this and then apply it to your card, and that could be one of your layers. So that's one of the great things about it. Okay, are we ready to move on? I don't want to move too fast, but it doesn't look like I've got anybody with me tonight, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time waiting for someone to catch up. But I'll go ahead and grab a couple other things. While we're visiting. So we're going to layer the cardstock with the sentiment to the colored cardstock with dimensionals, and then we're going to set that aside. Here's an example of our designer series paper, and this paper is available until June. But just to give you an idea, on the back of these, it tells you what cardstock and what ink they coordinate with. So for instance, this designer series paper will coordinate with Bermuda Bay. We better move to clue number 7. Hold on. Clue 7. Now stamp the leaf or flowers or whatever you've chosen to make the background onto the 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 white or vanilla cardstock and color it if you want or need to. Some stamps come, they're not colored in. So for instance, this stamp set right here. So if I were to stamp either one of these lovely people on a very vanilla or a basic white cardstock, I'd probably want to use something to color them in. Okay, so back to what I was telling you. I said Bermuda Bay. So when I have people join my team, I always provide them with these cards just so that they have an idea of what cards we have available. A lot of times they don't purchase all the cardstock right away. So you can see here how this matches. And it matches perfectly. So that's the other thing that I really, really like about Stampin' Up. You're not going to find a better card company anywhere else. So I'm going to give you a little bit more time to stamp. Here's another one. This is probably, I think that's Blackberry Bliss. And yeah. So see the Blackberry Bliss, how it matches, coordinates perfectly. So like I was saying though, all of the colors that are listed on the back are colors that coordinate together. So you can put the Bermuda Bay with the Blackberry Bliss or the Bumblebee or the Cinnamon Cider. Here's the back side of this one. So that's Cinnamon Cider, and it is also, let's see, Cinnamon Cider, and I want to say, I'm not sure. At first I thought that was espresso, early espresso, but I'm not sure now. It might just be a lighter cinnamon cider. Okay, so if you're done stamping your background, then we'll go ahead and move on to clue number 8. Clue number 8, adhere the white or vanilla cardstock that you just stamped to the coordinating DSP. So your base card is the folded card that's white or very vanilla, and then you have a layer, a coordinating layer, And then you have a coordinating designer series paper. And so now you're going to adhere the white or vanilla cardstock that you just stamped to the coordinating DSP. Okay, so I was going to show you some more of these while we're waiting. Here's one. Wouldn't this make fun birthday cards? This would be so much fun. And one of the stamps that goes along with this designer series paper says, "You're so cool." And there's one that says, "Treat yourself." And here's this one. And that's the back side. I'm going to move this. We can go to the next clue. I just picked up everything and put it in this pocket. Okay, so clue 8, adhere. No, we already did that. Clue 9. Now, if you want to put ribbon around the 3 layers that we just put together, not on the base card, you can do so now with mini glue dots or whatever adhesive you prefer. The first card I didn't put a ribbon on it, but I did put one on the second card. So I want to show you what that looks like and how to do that. Here's another really fun design. So all of these they all have designs on both sides, and you get 12 of these, and I believe that there's six different ones. They're doubled. No, yeah, I think you get 2 of each. You'll get 2 of these, and they'll be 12 by 12. I've already cut this one, so that's not true size. All right. I'm going to give you a little bit more time on the ribbon because I know that is just a little bit harder. Tonight, today when I was making, or tonight actually, this evening, when I was making my second card, I decided I couldn't decide where I wanted the ribbon at exactly. So I wrapped it around the layers and then I tied it without securing it because I wanted to be able to move it around until I decided exactly where I wanted it. It was a little difficult. It's hard enough to color ribbons. I mean to use ribbons and tie them the way that you want and make them tight so that they stay. Hi, Jenny. You found me. I accidentally logged into my regular just Theresa Tucker Facebook page instead of my business page. I'm glad you found me over here. So while you're working with your ribbon, I'm going to show you another designer series paper. That's my phone, and I silenced my phone. At least I thought I did. I apologize for that. Okay, so we're going to move on to clue 10. Adhere the layered sentiment somewhere on the cardstock that you stamped the background onto with Stampin' Dimensionals. So adhered the layered sentiment, because you had the sentiment on the white or the vanilla cardstock, and you layered that onto another piece of cardstock to create a border. And now we're putting that onto the larger piece, the one that you just stamped the background on. And you can put it anywhere that you want. It's going to be different if you're doing, if you're doing a portrait card or a landscape card. I've done one of each, so I'll be able to, I can show you what I'm talking about. So this is Flower and Field Designer Series paper. And I love this. This is so pretty. Now I'm going to be dating myself, but way back when, women used to wear dresses with these sorts of patterns on them. I know, funny, right? I really like that one. I haven't used much of this paper yet. Now there's a lot of little flowers. These are the other sides. Okay, I'm sorry, I bumped my phone. Okay, let's go to clue 11. Hi, Amber. I'm glad you like it. Sometime you should join me when I do my Mystery Monday cards. I provide the clue, the first clue that gives you all of the dimensions and, you know, what needs to coordinate and that sort of thing, so that when I start at 7 o'clock, we're ready to go. Okay, so if you cut out an optional image, you can add it to the bottom right corner of the sentiment layers with adhesive. You can put it on the bottom right or the bottom left, wherever is what you think is best, because there's not a right or wrong way on how to do this. So just put it where you would like it to be, and it's going to be fine no matter what. No matter what, it's going to be fine. Okay. So I did cut an image to put in the bottom. The second one that I did, I kind of had to layer it, and that's the tip that I wanted to give you. And the first one, I did not have to layer it, so I just punched it out and put it right on my card. Easy peasy. Okay, clue 12. Adhere those layers to the base card and snip the ends of your ribbon if you haven't done that already. And then go ahead and add any additional embellishments. So we have lots of embellishments. I'll just grab my embellishment bucket. We have hearts, we have pearls, we have opal rounds in different sizes, matte black dots. Let's see, these. Here's the frosted clear epoxy droplets, and I've got some stuff in here that's retired, so I'm not going to pull it out. Your rhinestone basic jewels, aren't those pretty? Oh, remember when I was showing you just a moment ago the designer series paper with the ice cream on it? These are the sprinkles that you can put on your ice cream. Isn't that adorable? Looks good enough to eat. And let's see, what else? Oh, so Stampin' Up! Has 5 colors. They're called in colors that they keep for 2 years, and then they cycle those out and bring in more. So altogether they've got 10. So right now we've got 2019 to 2021, and those are going to retire in June. And then we've got the 2020 and to 2022, which are the newest ones. These just came out in June. So when the others go away, then they'll introduce new ones. And here's the blue adhesive back gems. Aren't those pretty? Love, 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 love. Okay. let's see. Okay, one more thing. Upload your card to my Facebook business page by Friday for a chance to win my card. So your name will also be put in a drawing for a prize on March the 4th, just before my technique class at 8:10. And it says right here, but I'm going to be on my business page. So you can either post the card, a picture of the card here at Theresa Tucker Facebook page, or you can post it at Tucker Top Notch Designs, that Facebook business page. So on Mondays, my class starts at 7, but on Thursdays, it starts at 8:10. And then, well, I also wanted to mention to you that I have a Sunday sketch challenge, and I post a sketch on my Facebook business page on Sunday, and I post it on my blog. So if you can find my Facebook page, Tucker Top Notch Designs, well, my blog is tuckertopnotchdesigns.blogspot.com. And if you want to order anything, if you're interested in anything, or if you have any questions, please let me know. It's easy to get a hold of me. You can email me. You can find me on Facebook. You can go to my blog. There's all kinds of ways to reach me. You can message me on one of my videos. So whatever's easiest for you. I will check my comments and I will get back to you and answer any questions that you have. Okay, so here's the reveal. Here's the card I made using those instructions that we just went through. So this here is, this comes from the Sweet Strawberry stamp set. I'll post this information with this video so that you'll have it. And I'll post the sizes for the cardstock again too. So yeah, so this is just a happy birthday sweet thing. I haven't filled it out on the inside yet. I'm not sure who I'm giving it to, so sometimes I wait to do that. So the other card that I just made before I got here tonight is this one. This is the one that I created for, it's a sympathy card. A friend of mine, her ex-husband passed away, and they've got 3 beautiful kids, and it was just the saddest thing. So, but what I wanted to show you was this right here. So hang on with me a second. So we're going to need our silicone mat, and we're going to need some liquid glue, and we're going to need this little guy. Let me grab my plates. I would have cut this out sooner, but I made this card right up to time to start, so. So the first thing is that we have a new stamp set that came out, and it's called, let's see, Butterfly Brilliance. I bought the entire collection, so I get the Butterfly Brilliance stamps, plus the dies, plus the designer series paper they created to go with it. And what else? I think that might be it. So anyway, here's what I want to show you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to cut out, let's see, this, I'm going to cut this out with, let's see, I'm going to use, I think I'll just use Whisper White. And I'm just going to grab a, just a scrap piece for that. Now I'm going to place this down like this. And I'm going to run this through. Now this is This is the cut and emboss machine, and there's a large one, and then there's this one. It's really cute. It makes it nice when I am trying to cut or emboss live, because it doesn't take up my entire desk. Okay. There's my phone again. I'm sorry. So, let's see. I rearranged my desk, and now I can't find something I'm looking for, but we can do it without. So with this die, it's got a bunch of little pieces that are gonna fall out or punch out. You can actually, we have a die brush that you can use. It looks like this, but I don't know where I put the other part of it. But anyway, we have a pick your tool, and it's got one sharp end on it that you can just poke these out with. And this is not the tip that I wanted to show you, but it's a good example or demonstration on how this works. And then if you use these, you're going to get a bunch of these little cutouts all over the place. All you need to do is grab a lint roller, keep it at your desk, and you can use your lint roller to pick all that up. Otherwise, you'll end up finding it everywhere. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the second part is that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of this cardstock. This is pumpkin pie. I'm going to put it down here. Now, these, the dies, it comes with these detailed dies, and then it also comes with, where is it? Uh-oh. Did I already set it down? Oh, here it is. Okay. Uh-oh, I can't use the small one with that. Hang on a second. Here's the big boy. That larger die does not fit through the smaller cut and emboss machine, so I do have to bring out the larger one. All right, so we're going to cut out this shape right here, because it goes with the it goes with this. You can see right there. So we're going to go ahead and cut that out. I'm just going to put this under. We're going to put that under this part, but I'm going to turn this around so that I'm not wasting a bunch of cardstock just to cut this piece out, because this cuts out all of the butterflies at the same time. All right, so I'm going to run this through here. Line it up. I think I'll have to do it this way. Okay, I'm going to run it through, and then I'm going to back it up, because I don't think I have enough room on the other side of my cut and emboss machine to pull it through. Okay, so here is the butterfly shape. And pull this stuff out of the way. Where did I set my butterfly down at? Don't tell me. You know what? This is the kind of stuff that happens when you're live. I'm serious. If you ever do a live, this is going to happen to you. I guarantee it. I'm not going to waste time. I'm just going to cut it out again. It's one of those things. It's okay. We all make these kinds of mistakes. You just have to laugh about it and move on. All right, so let's do this again. Okay, so here we are again. This is the die, and it comes off the back. Now you may need your pick-a tool. The nice thing about this is that it has another end. It has this spatula type end, which is nice to peel things back, like your Stampin' dimensionals and things like that, or if you need to get something that's sticky off. And this is the putty end, and it's not double-sided, so this is perfect for picking up sequins and things like that that you need to get out of the little containers, because they have lots of sequins. Stampin' Up's got all sorts of embellishments. So we're going to cut this, we're going to punch these out. You can see I've still got a lot on this side. This is actually where this brush comes in really handy, because when you run it across this, it's going to pop all of those out at once. And then there's little holes. I'm sorry about that. There's little holes that you can put your pick through to actually get this out. Put that in my trash can. Okay, so back to what I was going to show you. I have shown this tip before, but I have done an entire Facebook Live on it before. And what I'm going to show you tonight is different than the way that I did it before. But here's what I do. When I have intricate pieces like this, you can't really use the mini glue dots or anything like that that's going to show through. You don't want it to show through. So I have discovered that if I take the liquid glue and I put some on my silicone mat, then I can put that on. I can put that on here. Now I'm going to go ahead and rub this around till it's clear. So using the silicone mat is real handy because glue doesn't stick to it. So once this is finished, then I'll go ahead and just wash this off or wipe it off. You can actually rub your finger on it as it starts to dry. Okay, so because this is clear, I can put this butterfly on here and it's going to stick. Now the glue's going to dry, so it's not going to be sticky once it dries. See that? Then what I also do with my butterflies for this one, because I wanted it to stand up. See here? I wanted it to stand up like that. So I went ahead and I cut the cardstock down because I didn't want the antennas sticking up. I just wanted the wings to stick up. So I went ahead and cut it carefully, and then I bent it like this. And then I added, for mine, I added 2 of the mini dimensionals. So the mini dimensionals look like this, and they're real small. And so I put a couple of those on the butterfly, and then I put it on my card. So that's my tip with this. And this is not sticky at all. Well, now it's not stuck. It's not sticky. I might have to put some more glue on there. I might not have gotten it right there on that side. But the other thing that I don't do a lot of times is I don't anchor my ribbon until I know where I want it. So for this one, I didn't anchor it. But when I put this base down onto the card base, I put adhesive above it and below it. And I used the I used to call it snail. Now it's called Stampin'. Yeah. Stampin' Seal. That's what it is. So I put a little bit above and below it on the other side, of course, and then that's keeping it in place. It's not going to let it move. So anyway, that's my card. I hope you liked my live video, and I hope you like my cards, and I will put the information about these cards with the video, and you can find it later. Also, when you watch these videos later, you can also not slow them up, you can back up, you can pause them, do whatever you need to so that you can get all the steps completed. So like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will answer. I'll respond to you. And let's see, is there anything else? So tomorrow I'm going to come back for a really quick, like 2-minute tip. I've picked up a lot of tips along the way while I've been Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I want to share some of those with you. So it's only going to be about 2 minutes. I don't know what time I'm going to do it, so you may not catch me, but the video will still be on my Facebook page, Tucker Top Notch Designs on Facebook, or tuckertopnotchdesigns.blogspot.com. So that's all I have for you, and thank you so much for being here. Until next time, bye-bye.